listeners, what's up? Welcome to our podcast with the title Tapping In. The title Tapping In is checking the water tap in other residents, a literal way to check when water is clean and present in certain areas and making sure there are available water sources for the living residents. Tapping in would be addressing the water effects of water scarcity and mismanagement of water resources in Mindanao, a need to safeguard public health, support sustainable development, and mitigate environmental degradation of water quality in the region's rural areas. The objectives of this initiative include promoting equitable access to clean and safe water, enhancing water resource management practices, and giving free water to all to ensure the well being of the people in Mindanao. Hi, I'm your host, Isabella Danza, with my co hosts, Justin Matugas and Mateo Nickel Blingit. First, I would like to call on our first guest, Joseph Dean, to kind of give us a quick and brief, insightful overview of what our topic is. So, Dean, please take it away.
Thank you for that, Isabel. So for our topic, we will be focusing on water scarcity. And since it's a broad topic, let's just put it in terms that we are running out of water or entering that state. And since we're almost not really, we're close to running out of entering that state. And by doing that is we've been using water very recklessly from our habits. Just like for I can say some of my friends or some of the people in here also can brushes their teeth without even closing the tap, and that's like what almost 7 liters of water wasted just from a few minutes of brushing your teeth. But most of the time, we waste a lot of water, especially in lawns, which is technically a 20-minute shower for each sprinkler. And since we waste this much water, we could have uh, over time we've already damaged rivers. We damaged a lot of water reservoirs, and you can see this by timeline how the rivers have been affected in like other places, not just in the Philippines, but also in the hot weather. And due to this hot weather in summer right now, uh, the in, we've been entering a high state of water demand since it's really becoming real hot and people are trying to avoid getting heat strokes and whatnot. And not only that, there's uh, what what we would call this is a phenomenon that would be dangerous for all of us. So that'll be all.
Wow, Dean, thank you for that wonderful, quick overview of our topic is. I would say that even thinking about it, it's really quite scary what you just said that in the near future we might run out of water since we are not currently doing everything and exhausting all means to save water right now, especially in our generation. So the first question that would be given is the question that would give is Justin Matugas. So Justin, please take it away.
So the first question would be given to James Ridico. Well, James, can you delve deeper into why access to clean water and sanitation is considered a fundamental human right and a cornerstone of sustainable development?
So to answer that question, water is really important. It plays a crucial role in humanity's survival. Water has made us survive for a thousand years or a million years. Water has contributed for our evolvement. With water, we have survived until what we are today. We have survived. We have lived a long life. Humanity have lived a very long timeline. So that is because water is important for the for us to live, to function, and to do our job in society. And to add to that, water is also important because it is the foundation of the food production. Without water, there will be no crops, there will be no food, there will be no agriculture without water, and without agriculture, there will be no life.
Mm.
We would not live up to the present without water. So water had played a very important role for the evolvement of humanity. Without water, we won't be here. Without water, there would be no humans. We would die. So so sorry for the technicalities, but so to go back, water is indeed important because it plays a crucial role for us to live as humans and for the sustainability of our society because water had played a crucial role in contribution of our economy. It had played a important role in the growth of economy because of for food production and other industries use water. So yes, that's my takeaway for that question. Thank you.
Thank you, James, for that wonderful question. So, yes, water. So, Isabella, can you ask more questions for our guests today?
Yes, actually have an interesting question. Has any of you ever experienced any issues or like problem regarding water scarcity? Since I know for a fact that especially here in Davao City, that there are some areas here that um there is a water rotation and there is a lack of water. Has any of you experienced some kind of problem regarding to that?
Well, I actually do. In our subdivision, our water gets cut off almost like every week, almost every week, and it's really frustrating because without the water, I can't take a bath. I can't do anything that involves with water, like laundry, wash my dishes, and all that. Like, right? So it's really frustrating. It happens like almost every week, every time I come home. So I have to wait like for a few hours before it comes back, but it's just really annoying. So I think everyone has also that, or is this just me?
Has any one of you ever experienced any kind of problem as well? Would you like to answer my question? Any
Yeah,
of you?
actually, I relate to him because we are, uh,
Breathe. So, saying,
yeah,
as you
I
were
could
saying,
relate to his um side because I live here in Davao in my dormitory. Our water gets cut off scheduled Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So that time our water cuts off is from 6 p.m. till 6 a.m.
oh,
and sometimes afternoon from 3 a.m. 12
excuse me.
and from 12 p.m. midnight.
So,
I
it's
mean
scheduled.
a.m. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, especially as a student, it's that's really quite frustrating and
Yep.
annoying since we
Yeah.
need to shower every day for school. Otherwise, we'll smell bad, right? That's really quite annoying, guys. You
Yeah.
know.
So how do you manage your time because due to that cut off time, Mateo?
Now, now you asked that question. I do my, my shower routine early before the water gets cut off.
Smart.
Yeah.
That's correct. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
That's good. That's good.
And um I can really adjust from the scheduled cutoff because um we are our landlord announced us advance to the schedule
Like,
in
how advanced? How advanced?
like 1 day before
Oh,
the
okay.
water cuts off.
Oh,
Yeah,
So, you could prepare some water in
yeah.
your.
yeah,
No, okay, okay.
yeah. That's all.
Well, what about you, Orlan? You did you prepare any water before it was cut off?
Yes, I prepare. I fill all the buckets in my house with water before it gets cut off because it's the time is random, so I can't really predict or know when it's gonna cut off. So I always fill the buckets in my house with full of water before
Mm.
the cut off happens.
That's good. That's good. So moving on.
So moving on, the next question would be given by Mateo.
Yeah.
Correction.
To
Wait. The
okay, okay,
correction.
okay.
I think I would ask question to James about how does water scarcity affect people and livelihood in the Philippines?
It affects greatly because water is plays a essential role in our day-to-day lives. With water, we can bath, we can drink, we can do our laundry, we can wash dishes. A lot of a lot there's a lot of use for water. So like it is very important. It affects a lot a lot of people, mainly people, because we are the ones who are using it. We are the ones who greatly uses water, and also in the livelihoods of people, because a lot of businesses here in all over the world, I can say, uses water. In the offices, business offices, coffee shops, anything uses they use water. But the industry that greatly uses water is agriculture. Like in piggery. They use water for for the pigs to 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 grow, to live. And with that, water plays a crucial role for those for productions of agriculture. With decreased water, they would also be decreased in production of agriculture, which would cause a lot to our society, as the Philippines greatly relies on agriculture. So that's my takeaway for that question. Thank you.
Yeah, I can also relate to your answer, James. Because everyone should have access to clean and safe water to be able to
And
live healthy.
to add on that, what he
Yeah,
said, I do agree that it is scary that how much water we're consuming for like having a piece of steak or a piece of pork chop. It's like what gallons of water,
yeah,
uh, 14,000 liters of water just to produce a piece of meat. Even not just for like produces, but even for our like gadgets. There's a lot of water that people consume just to make this phone that I'm talking to. That's why I haven't been upgrading ever since like what 3 years now. And it's not just the things around us, but it also promotes us to do other types of instead of having a piece of meat dish, we can have uh, other like plants or vegetables which consumes less water, and it does really good for like promoting veganism in general. Not only that, uh, this also helps the marine life and nature
yeah,
because in nature, water produces slowly, and we're taking a lot of that, more than we can ever uh, even give back. So that's why it's a good way that we should start preserving water by changing our habits once in a while.
Indeed.
Let's say like
yeah.
taking a let's say your shower time has been reduced. That's a good progress. Or let's say
Maybe
you
turning off the tap water while you're toothbrushing.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. But all really needs to do is we have to change our habits from
Mhm.
spending water, and we could really make an effort in changing it by just changing our habits, which is where we live in home. That's all I have to add. So yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you for that wonderful insight, Dean. And especially us, since we're still so young, we are able to do a lot of things, especially now. What we are doing now is we're creating sort of an awareness to help save water, especially for the future. So I have, for the concluding question, I have this question. Building on our discussion today, What strategies do you think and believe are the most effective in mobilizing collective action and resources to address water and sanitation challenges at both local and global levels?
So I would like to answer that question.
Oh,
So most effective in mobilizing collective action and resources to address water sanitation challenges at both local and global is by making everyone aware. We could start in our community, in the school. We could aware our friends, peers about the problems of water resources. So with that, we can spread awareness to our peers, which would then escalate and would aware a lot of people. And also, we can share online of these presentations so that people from around the world would be aware also. Because with small actions, there would be big impact. So that would my takeaway for that question.
Any
And
of you
to
would like to add?
add on to what James said, for for not just advocating that we're saying we should spread awareness, but we should also, all of us generally in the world,
yeah.
should reduce our water intake.
Yes, indeed,
Okay,
indeed.
for like, let's say in the Philippines, lawns aren't common, right? We don't have
Yeah.
sprinklers that much. But for other countries like America, big as America, a sprinkler is like a shower, 11-minute shower. And that's already what, 11 gallons? Let's
Of
say it's
water.
11 gallons. So let's say I had five sprinklers. That's 55 gallons of water that I'm wasting on a lawn. So it would really start be better if we start having other tools, like using rain as a subordinate alternative type to sprinklers, and we can use that way. We can use rainwater for planting our lawns. That's an efficient and way better resourceful to conserve water. Otherwise, if we don't really conserve water, the big threats are that these rivers that we have and these underground waters that we have can really run out fast. And it's really scary to have that.
Yes, I do agree, Dins. It is really quite scary even just thinking about it. And I really agree that we should save as of now since we're still so young and we have so much to do. Spreading awareness is just a small little thing, a small step to to save water. And every single drop of water means everything and means the world to someone. There are a lot of problems, especially regarding about water right now. It is a scarcity and a reality for millions. It is a high demand, a high demand. And water is a need and it shouldn't be a privilege. Do you guys agree?
Yes, I agree. I agree.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
True.
absolutely.
Any of you would like to add?
I would also like to add. I would invite or encourage our listeners to please help us preserve water, to change our habits of being reckless in using water, and let's change that to becoming more efficient in using water because we don't know when and where when will we run out of water. So let's not wait for that moment. Let's preserve and use water efficiently.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Any
Uh,
other comments?
I think
For
Mateo has a question for all of us, right, Mateo?
Yes. So
Okay.
this, I mean, question is applicable for everyone. So my question is, could you share some practical tips or simple actions that individuals can take, conserve water, and promote better sanitation practices in their daily lives?
Oh,
Num-
I'd like to answer that. One
Okay.
thing we could do is by lessening our our shower time, like what Dean used to say, that when we brush our teeth, we can turn off our water and use it when we will rinse our mouth. And also in like when you do your laundry, the used water, you can use that for your toilet for the CR, or
Yeah.
flushing your toilet, and also for what for watering your flowers. You can use the water you will use from your laundry. That's an efficient way to preserve water. That would be my takeaway or tips.
All right.
Uh,
Thank you for that, James. So, anyone could add?
For the last call of action, I would like to promote an NGO for the charity. So
oh,
some water sources aren't obviously clean, which is another problem in our
yeah.
society. And like especially in the Philippines, in rural areas, it's a lot of water is not safe to drink. So I would like to call out for Clean Water International org. Uh, it will probably be in the link of this video in the description box. And if you want to take any actions to actually support a not an NGO that's around the world, it's also in the Philippines. Please put any amount of money to their cause.
Okay, to end this podcast, I would just like to say that and remind to everyone who's watching this and listening to this, by all means, exhaust all means to save water. Since
Indeed.
especially we're so young and this generation is progressing, we can do everything, even if it's just a small step. We can do everything to save water. I would just like to say that there is this statement that we used to say in our SDG. It is spread the word. Save water, save lives. And that would be all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for having us.
That's all for
Thank you
today's
for having us,
episode.
actually.
Thank
Thank
you.
you to our guests and
Guys.
listeners for tuning. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you
you for
guys for
everything.
tuning in.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.